Dobar dan I dobrodošli. Welcome to my cooking channel. Today I'm making collard green soup with a smoked ham. This soup is made from collard green leaves called Raštika in Croatian. You can find the green leaves in most of the grocery stores, so really quite accessible. The plant grows mostly in southern parts of Croatia, especially Dalmatia and Herzegovina. So we start by preparing the leaves for the soup. First, we'll remove the thick middle stalk from each leaf. And then we will stack the leaves into a small pile and roll them tightly and slice them into thin noodle-sized strips. So this is how we prepare the collard greens for this soup. You can always chop them on the smaller pieces, and then also once your soup is cooking, if you don't really want to see these leaves that, like, you know, the kids will say it's like you cook the grass. So you can use the blender or the mixer or whatever you have and make it into the cream soup. So it will disappear. You don't see as much of the green strips. Again, your preferences. So there you go, nicely done. So you do that with all the leaves that you have. And we'll be cooking for the day. And then we'll place them all in the pot, and then we're gonna be blanch them. So this is how we also prepare them for the cooking. So you pour the hot boiling water over the these greens, and then let them sit in the water for a few minutes and then stir them so they all get that hot water over them. And you'll see it has been done when they change the color, so the color becomes a lot more vibrant. You drain it and then rinse them with the cold water. So this is called blanching. So you have to do the blanching for collard leaves because they're quite tough and will not cook as good. So this really softens them. So we'll prepare the ham or the smoked meat. I'm using this store-bought smoked ham. And I like it because it doesn't have too much fat and also doesn't have that like strong smoked meat flavors or smell or taste. So I like this where it's quite mild, but you can use smoked ribs, or if you actually do have or you make your own, or you have access to the smoked meat, like you can always buy in the smaller delicatessen stores. So here I am cutting the ham into the small bite-sized pieces, and because it's already been pre-cooked, so really we don't need this much of cooking. And then also we'll peel the potatoes and cut them also in a bite-size small cubes. This is how I do it, all in a hand, and I really slice them and cube them all at once. So also for the soup, before I forget, I really don't want to put salt right in the beginning because we don't know how salty is the meat. So you let the meat cook for a few minutes until it absorbs or start releasing the salt and the flavors. Then you can taste it and add more salt as you like it. So just be careful so you don't over salt. because it's hard to remove the salt from the soup. Anyway, so now you're ready to put everything in a pot. So you have your blanched leaves, and then you want to spread them because they could be like all in a cluster. So you want to release them from the cluster, and then add your peeled and cubed potatoes, and also cubed meat. If you want a vegetarian version of this, you can just skip the meat, like don't use it, just use maybe some other soup stock or whatever to make it a stronger flavor. And then we fill the pot with cold water. And because this is going to as a soup, so you might want to need it as much as of the water. So now we're going to be preparing and then bring the soup to the boil. So while that is happening, we are creating the soup thickening. So it's called Zaprška, Zafrik, Oroks. And so what it is, you are just really browning the flour, and you want to stir it constantly. It takes only like a few minutes, but until you get a nice desired golden color. And then add a dash of the red sweet paprika. So just for the color. So also you want to stir it very quickly. And for Zaprška, you always add a cold water and add it slowly, so you don't have you get a nice smooth texture for this. Don't worry too much about, because actually you're going to be cooking for longer. If you still have a little, if it's not as smooth, it will dissolve while it's cooking. So there you go. You cook for about half an hour or so, and then you're going to have you're going to create a nice delicious soup, which is great to eat it. You get all your greens, protein, and carbs all in a pot. So then you lower the temperature and let it simmer for a while. And there you go. This is your collard green soup, Raštika Varivo. Simple, comforting, and best enjoyed with piece of bread. Great for the warm winter nights, or even great in the summer as well. Enjoy, comment, and let me know if you have tried making it and what are your thoughts on it. Love to hear it. Thank you.